What's up, YouTube? Back at you again with another one. And all praises to the Most High YAHUAH. And, of course, all praises to Yahusha, the one that gave up his life for us to have the Ruach HaKodesh. And, as we normally do, let's quicken the Holy Spirit. What's up, y'all? Well, I had another insight that I would like to share with y'all. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and get yourself comfortable. Make yourself at home. If you're new to the channel, make yourself at home. I want to go ahead and give y'all a video about a complete video about having a childlike spirit and the way to do it, because it's a technique to just have a childlike imagination and spirit towards the Most High YAHUAH. So it's a process, and if you do it correctly, it can work wonders for your life. It can have a physical effect on you. It will have a physical effect on you, especially when you use the breath of Yahuwah. The breath that Yahuwah gives us, when we use our breath correctly, it gives us a lot of benefit when we're using it correctly, though. Like, it's a lot of time people have a lot of shallow breathing. They don't breathe correctly. And then, but also sometimes you're gonna find yourself looking crazy too, because you have to stretch forth your hands to bless the Most High. Like it's an actual physical process to actually praise or worship Yahuwah. And it's in the word. It's in there when you read it. And I don't think people, know it, but don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not saying that because there are people that do it, but there are people that do it. They do it, and they do it without giving him a personal relationship with them. Like, they don't use it in their personal relationship. Like, it's okay to have, it's okay to have a knowledge about it, but remember, just because you have knowledge of something doesn't mean that you're using that knowledge correctly. People pervert the knowledge all the time, and they misuse it. They misuse the scriptures too. And these are people that misuse spiritual gifts and pervert the scriptures. Oh yeah, one other thing. I'm really thankful for everybody that comes to my channel, actually learns, actually listen to the word of the Most High, actually read the scriptures with me or listen with me, and actually have actually have a genuine interaction with listening to the word of the Most High coming from me and the way that I discern everything. I really appreciate y'all. And if you have it in your heart to share the video, share it, like it. If you have it in your heart to like the video, like it, and if you have it in your heart to comment, comment. And let's grow together. Let's grow. You know, but when you use your childlike imagination and your like, it has a strong benefit when you use a childlike imagination when you see the Most High, because not everybody visualizes the Most High the same way. We all probably visualize. I know we all individually visualize Him differently. And that's one thing that I do understand about us is, human beings altogether. Everybody has their individual thoughts. But when you see the Most High in your mind, He's going to be glorious. But also, when you see Him and you think of Him as having emotions and feelings, you're going to see His sadness. You're going to see His disappointment too. You're going to see His sadness and disappointment, but also you're going to see Him in His joyous too. For those that do follow Him, you see His joy and you see His gladness. But for those that actually understand His emotions and feelings and His logical mind, because you got to understand His emotional, you have to understand His logical way of doing things. And like I said, it's like you're a toddler and you grab his hand and he's just walking you through the process. Like, he walking you through the process. He's guiding you. He's teaching you. He's allowing the Ruach to communicate. He's responding to you. And you get to see those things when you start having a childlike interaction with these things. Like, learn how to use your imagination. For the women, it's like when you was young and you had a tea party. Everybody had a tea party or used to imagine drinking tea in a cup, and it's the same thing. Like, with us men, like when we interact with these video games or artwork or just our creativity, learn how to have a creative disposition when you see Yahusha and Yahuwah. Learn how to have a creative disposition outside of yourself. It got to be outside of yourself. We mainly try to use it to reflect ourselves, but it's not how it's supposed to go. And that's how we get derailed from doing things the right way, because we always try to lead the Most High YAHUAH out of everything. You can't keep doing it. And it's a process. Don't get it twisted. Like, I know it's a process because I just got done having a conversation with my youngest brother, and man, I tell you, when we have a conversation, it's a lot less YouTube friendly. It's not YouTube friendly, but and that's because of how down to earth we are when we have a conversation, because we articulate, and I'm not even talking about just being profane. I'm not saying, because we don't use profanity when we're talking about the Most High. Sometimes it comes out, but it's very rare. More so, we just got a street way or a pretty much urban way of looking at the Most High, like the word of the Most High. It's urban, or or what some people would consider hood or whatnot. But also, the Most High don't care for our profane mouths. That's why I do my best to try to keep a clean, a clean disposition when I'm explaining to you about, how I discern things as far as being a child goes. Don't be a disobedient child. Learn how to be obedient. And remember, stay all the way to the end of the message because most of my jewels are in the back of my messages. They're never in the front. Always remember that. And you'll notice it too. Most of my messages, like if you make it all the way to the end, that's where all the jewels are. Never in the front. But, you know, I like to give thanks and praises to the Most High for everything, like because he does work wonders when we learn how to practice using the Ruach Okudesh. Like, and it's a practice. Like, you really gotta practice using it, and it's a skill. It's still a skill, and he still teaches you. Like, he teaches you the skill, and you have to take everything that you've learned all the way up to the point that you are now, combine it, and apply it. Give genuine understanding and empathy to the Most High, and leave yourself out of it. Empathy, understanding, feelings, logic. Your heart and your mind. Understand them in a logical fashion, in a structural fashion. And also, feel him. Feel him. Feel Yahusha. Feel the pain of Yahusha as well. Feel it. Like, empathize. Like, don't just, don't, because I keep trying to tell y'all, like, stay away from being selfish. They got to go. So I'm trying to teach you how to be completely selfless in your relationship with the Most High. Like, be completely selfless. You can ask for things, and He'll give them to you. However, He needs to see your attention towards Him, though, and you allowing Him to do things for you. Like, He can't, if He see that you try to take the wheel, He's not running, like, He's not about to get in your way. Remember, He gave you free will. He gave you free will. So, like, your free will, just listen to what it say. Free will, like your hand, free the will. What happens if you on the road and you got a free will? Especially in a manual car. More so in the manual car. Free the will if you want to. And see where it leads you. Now, I'd rather not have my free will. I'd rather allow the Most High to guide me now. I done had free will. My free will got me in a wreck. It'll get you in a wreck if you depend too much on your free will. Like, don't depend too much on your free will. Your free will misguide you a lot of times. He give you the option, but I'm like, I need guidance. So, I done got rid of all my self confidence, and I just learned, like, the Most High YAHUAH, He done sat me down and took me away from myself. Like, took me away from what I want to do. Like, He took me away from that and just it's teaching me how to be obedient to His process instead of my own process. And I make moves here and there gradually, Even a broken, even a broken clock is right twice a day. 2 times a day, a broken clock is correct. So just think about it. I'm a broken clock, so twice in a day I might get it. You feel me? This is my first video for y'all. Being childlike, and we gonna call this chopping it up with Halo, but more so like keep your mind keep your mind on the Most High's feelings and thoughts. His thoughts and feelings. Visualize Yahusha, what he did for us. Visualize nurturing your Ruach Okudesh. Nurture the Ruach Okudesh. And also, you might look crazy out here, but learn how to stretch your hands out to worship. Like, learn how to stretch your hands out to worship the Most High. Be in complete submission. Don't care about how you look out there, but you do want to be in your closet when you do certain things, though. Like, when you make certain prayers, you be in your closet. But for the most part, to exalt the Most High in His glory. Not glory for yourself. Don't look for it to be glory. Like, He responds, and He responds to your hand gestures. Yahuwah does respond, and His angels respond if you're doing it sincerely. Like, it has to be sincere though. Like, it can't be. At first you might feel funny doing it though, like I did, and well, no, I kind of like I've always been weird, but for the most part though, like you might feel like you. It's more so doing it in front of people because people like to ask too many questions, and you don't want to get involved in that because it derails you from actually communicate with the Most High. When people get to ask you questions, Satan get to take over those people if they're not in tune with the Most High. So you got to be careful about who you around when you stretching your hands out. Like Yahuwah does command you to stretch your hands out when you praise and worship, but you don't have to be around people. You don't have to you find your place of solitude and you give Him complete praise and worship, and stretch your hands out, and allow Him to understand that you love Him. Allow Him to understand that you understand that He's sad. Also, He's glad for when we have these conversations like this. Like, when you have these conversations and you talking about the Most High, it brings Him exaltation. You exalt Him and you leave yourself out of it. Like, He'll exalt you. You don't have to. You don't have to exalt yourself. Like, stay away from trying to look too special in front of people. Like, you know, I'm not telling you to dim down your light. Like, when I tell people to serve generously, or where you do things generously with a pure heart, a sincere heart. When you do stuff with a sincere heart, take no glory for yourself. Always give glory to the Most High, Yahuwah. Like, He the one that led you to be that way. If you're obedient in nature, the Most High led you to be that way. Like, you didn't just do it on your own. We was taught how to do that stuff. Even as children, the Spirit teaches us. The Spirit, the Ruach, it teaches us. but we end up, like, when you grow up, you lose your way because you done got too mature. Mind done got perverted. You done been through too much. And I'm trying to knock y'all back out for that being too hurt too bad. Like, you don't want to find yourself in that position to where you got a lot of malice in your heart, or you feel like you got to protect yourself from being used all the time. Cause we was created to be used to begin with. We learned, like, we were created to be vessels for the Ruach HaKodesh, the ones that came down here later. We're supposed to be a vessel for the Ruach, and then the Ruach is supposed to teach us how to understand him and his nature, like the nature of Yahuwah, like, and understand the nature of Yahusha, understand the nature of their vision and how they see things. And I get so caught up on your own, you know. And this is just me giving y'all a visual on how to be a childlike, obedient person. Like, that childlike obedience matters, because that's what gets us into the kingdom of the Most High YAHUAH. Have a childlike obedience. You can't think about yourself. You gotta think about the Most High. And then the Most High, I don't know, like, the Most High, he just has his way of creating your situation to be a lot better when you have that childlike obedience to him. And as long as you're placing him at the forefront of your thoughts, like, am I pleasing my Father which is in heaven? Am I pleasing Yahusha, my King, the Mashiach? Am I pleasing him when I behave in certain ways? Like, you got to ask yourself those questions before you engage in anything. Before you engage with anything, ask yourself, am I pleasing Yahuwah? Am I pleasing Yahusha? Am I pleasing the Ruach HaKodesh? Am I pleasing the angels around me? Am I blessing the creation around me? You know, and that's how you, like, that's really how you become a child of the Most High. Like, you really become a child of the Most High. He really does hold your hand, and he takes you away from your free will. Like, once you start to understand what your free will does to you, because you want free will, your free will, you let go of the wheel on the road. Let go of the wheel in the air. What happened? A free will. When you free the will, like, that liberty spirit. Shouts out to I am Sophia, because that was a good. She had. I think I got that analogy from hearing her. But free will, like, yeah, that liberty spirit, like, that liberty spirit is, you know, that liberty spirit gonna get us in trouble. And that free will, free and the will gonna get like, I told the Most High, take away my free will. I don't need it no more. I don't need no confidence in myself no more. Like, I'm not confident in myself. I'm confident in Yahuwah. And so when you're more so confident in Yahuwah and not confident in yourself, the Most High bless you. Because he now realized that you have more faith in him than yourself. And then also, like, when you have more faith in his ways than your own ways, because remember, Yahuwah's foolishness is greater than man's wisdom. And Yahuwah's weakness is greater than man's strength. You gotta always remember that. Keep that in mind. And, put that at the forefront of you, too. Don't find yourself trying to be too strong out here. It ain't worth it. Stop trying to do stuff on your own. That's not worth it. Self-sufficiency is okay, but I'm not self-sufficient. Yahuwah is the one that guided me. I'm not self-sufficient at all right now. Like, I'd have been knocked into a place to where I'm not as self-sufficient as I once was. And so it's like, now that I understand, like, my place in life as far as depending on the Most High YAHUAH, because, he will allow you to be derailed in your own way. In your own way. Get in your own way. But, just take everything that I'm saying seriously, but also take what I'm saying with a childlike spirit. Use your imagination. Give him the same type of creative thought that you would give all these other things out here. Most of us, we give everything else a creative type of thought, but we try to make worshiping the Most High the most serious thing that you could possibly make it. And it's not like that. Like, the Most High would rather you be like a child unto him. He would much rather you have an imagination or a disposition of creativity when you look at him. Like, he wants to see you as, like, when your children run up to you, saying, mommy, mommy, or daddy, daddy, and they're just so happy to see you after you done got off of work or whatever the case may be, and they're just so glad to be enveloped in you giving them a hug and stuff like that. That's how we supposed to be with the Most High. And I learned that as I become more childlike and stop trying to be a adult, because a lot of our adult mindedness has gotten us into trouble, whether you know it or not. Like, it's okay to be structured and disciplined, yes, but still have the heart of a child. Have the imagination of a child. Don't always look to please yourself. Don't always be like that. Be a generous child. Be an obedient child to the Most High. Learn how to see his emotions and feelings. He just he gave us the same emotions and feelings he got. We were created in his image. So a lot of times y'all know how the Most High feel. You just don't want to acknowledge it. Nobody. And I'm talking to the righteous and the elect. Let's get that clear. Righteous and elect, and those that actually want to walk a life of repentance, actually do feel shame for the things that they do incorrectly and to correct them, and that actually do practice using the Ruach HaKodesh for his glory, not your own glory. We don't use the Ruach HaKodesh for our own glory. We use the Ruach HaKodesh for his glory. And then he'll exalt you. He exalts you when you exalt him, with no thought of yourself in mind. No thought of yourself in mind. Only he'll take care of you. You don't worry about you. He'll take care of you. Yahuwah will take care of you. Yahusha will take care of you. The angels will take care of you. He'll send them down here to deliver protection. They'll take care of you. You don't worry about you. Seriously. I'm becoming more aware as I get deeper into the word. And remember, this is my first video today. So I ain't done with y'all for today. I'm just giving y'all my insight about having this childlike spirit and how to use it to activate your ruach and your communication with the Most High YAHUAH. It's a difficult concept to grasp for some people, but for some, like if you people are into the law of attraction or the secret and all that stuff is in the word of the Most High. They just removed the Most High from it. And then they gave it many names. They gave the God many names, and really, when you do stuff like that, you serve, like when you serve an esoteric teacher, you serve Legion. You serving Satan, and you serving Legion. Meaning Satan, remember, he takes over your emotions, and you get to crash out in your life when you're performing things in iniquity. That's what people do. Like, hey, you don't want to find yourself out here performing in iniquity. You don't want to perform things in iniquity because the Most High can't protect you while you're in iniquity. And malevolent forces get to attack you because you give them, like you just gave them authority to attack you, whether you know it or not. So, and don't get me wrong, like I said, I'm guilty. I'm not telling you nothing that I have not experienced myself. I'm not telling you nothing I ain't experienced myself. It had to overcome myself. I had to overcome a lot of this stuff I'm teaching y'all. I'm not sitting here just teaching y'all for no reason. Like, and then I'm supposed to warn people. It's not the Most High that's going to judge you immediately. You'll judge yourself. It's your sins that'll judge you. Your sins will judge you before the Most High will. Like, the Most High gives us an opportunity to turn away from sin. But your own sin will judge you before the Most High does. You feel me? But yeah, if y'all made it this far, I love you. It's all love. And if you like the video, thumbs up the video. Share the video. And pass this knowledge along. And this is my first video for today, so I'm still on my growth and my journey with this YouTube thing. I figure it out, like, I've been trying to learn how to do stuff on YouTube, and then I kind of want to give y'all physical examples, so I'll probably start, using, like, different methods to actually show y'all ways to just use the spirit to discern what's going on in active situations, like actively using the Holy Spirit, actively using the Ruach HaKodesh to discern situations. Because it's a technique. It's still a technique. It really is. And then it's not, and also knowing how to knowing where the people made the mistake at. There's a way to learn where people make the mistake at and what causes the crash out to happen. Like it could be big crash out, small crash out, argument or whatever. But but always use a discerning and ruach type of lens where you see the world. But when you open your eyes to where my eyes are open, you can't look back. It's gonna be hard to look back. Everybody it's not gonna be the same. I know it's not the same for me. I don't celebrate holidays. I don't celebrate none of this wickedness out here, y'all. I don't do birthdays. I don't do none of this paganistic stuff. Anything that causes me to be in iniquity or be away from the Most High, I don't want to participate in. I done stopped fornicating. I done stopped a lot of stuff. So, and I want to warn y'all about it too, because, it's all this stuff I'm learning from my hindsight. I'm not learning this stuff I didn't know. I kind of knew it, but I really understand after reading the Word of the Most High, which I want y'all to do too. Read for yourself. Don't just trust me. I could be incorrect. Don't just trust my word for it. But at the same time, if I am incorrect, you're welcome to correct me. And I will consider it. And also, I'll be back on today. And I hope that, this was an edifying message for you as far as where you want to see yourself in life. You feel me? As far as being how you want the Most High to see you as His child. You want Him to see you as His child. Don't look for a handout from the Most High without giving Him His proper respect as your Father which is in heaven. And it's okay to be down to earth. We all we all like that as far as we all got a lot of immature behavior anyway. Just learn how to be childlike and demonstrate childlike obedience. And stop being so serious all the time. It don't always have to be like that. You can use your imagination and have fun with the Most High the same way you do with all this other stuff like video games and watching anime and just, there's just, we take the Most High out of a lot of things. If we was to add the Most High to a lot of this stuff, it would probably glorify Him more than not. But, Satan don't want you to glorify the Most High. So, I'm just telling you how to use your imagination for the Most High. Use your heart for the Most High. He got a logical mind and an emotional mind, just like we got. And He feels left out and neglected when we leave Him out of teachings. Just remember that. Remember that. That's something extra for y'all, for those that stayed this far. I love y'all, and I'll see you again.